Flosstube, this is Jean at Monticello Stitches. Thanks so much for joining me today. It's March the 9th, 2021, and this is my 8th Flosstube. I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks because, frankly, there was a lot going on over here. We moved and our kitchen was under construction here for the last 3 weeks or so, but the contractors came, they did a great job, and floors look great, and the countertops look great, the backsplash looks great, and you know how it is when you refinish floors, that dust seems to settle and settle and settle, so in the middle of everything I'm still dusting, but it's done, and I think we're all in now at this house and can concentrate on other things like cross stitch. This past weekend was the Needlework Expo 2021, the brainchild of Janice Note of Noteworthy Needle, and I was able to participate as a new designer, which was a great, generous offering to somebody new like me. And there were 6 of us, 3 and 3 in new designer booths at the Expo virtual show. So it was kind of like being in a Zoom meeting. We were in a virtual booth, and then buyers would pop in and out and give us their orders. And ideally we'd have time to visit with them, but buyers were kind of on a mission to get around to everybody during these daylight shopping hours. But gosh, it was great. I learned a lot, and it was very gratifying to have anybody interested in my stuff. I sold some. I felt like I got a good start, and will continue to design. So it was just a great experience. I'd never been to a market like that of any kind, and so it was a great learning experience. People were very kind. I want to shout out especially to the people in my new designer booth. I was with Joanna Cabanoff of Mojo Stitches. She's from Australia, and bless her heart, she had to get up in the middle of the night and start being on in the shop at 3 o'clock in the morning. But her things are beautiful. She has an Etsy shop, Mojo Stitches, and lots of beautiful, elegant Quaker things, samplers, gorgeous things, so check her out. And she's a lot of fun. And then our other booth mate was Susan O'Brien of Rabbit Valley Studios, and Susan's also a Georgia girl like me, and she has wonderful things as well. A lot of her designs are scripture based. Beautiful, beautiful. Check her out. Rabbit Valley Studios on Etsy too. And even though the active market is over for the Needlework Expo, the exhibit hall is still open to buyers, so they don't need to feel like if they didn't find what they wanted in these 3 days that they're out of luck, because the exhibit hall is going to be open for 30 more days, so they can continue to shop. And I think it's 24 hours, but they can continue to look in there. If they miss something over the 3 days or need more of something, they can go back in there, or they can certainly continue to email designers if they want more of something. So, and this is my setup for my virtual booth. I'm coming to you live from the back bedroom. At the end, I'm going to show you a video of my things one more time, and then you don't have to see them anymore. But I do it because if there's something you want to stitch, I would love to get it in your hands. And you can tell your local needlework shop or online needlework shop that you want something, and they can certainly order it from me for you. If you can't get it where you want, contact me. I'll be sure you get what you want to stitch one way or another. But thank you so much. I want to especially thank, first of all, Janice Note for her vision and her generosity in putting this thing together. I'm sure it was like herding cats, but for the most part it went smoothly. There were a couple of glitches, but in my booth at least we all were selling some, and so that's the name of the game, I guess. But this was her brainchild. Because of COVID, the Nashville annual Needlework in-person market couldn't meet, and so Janice stepped up and provided this virtual market. So it was new for everybody. That makes it especially good for somebody like me, because everybody was a little bit new at this, even the seasoned designers who have lots of followers. So I did get probably more attention than I would have gotten in person in the Nashville market, because I hear it takes a little bit of time to get people to notice you, because there's so many, and people just don't have time to come in and hold your hand and say it'll be okay, you'll sell something. But this was a great way to break in. So, and also, Janice knows the business, and she's a great mentor and wants to continue to mentor, which is good. So maybe she'll help us avoid the pitfalls of cross stitch. We'll see. I hope so. She's lovely, lovely. I'm so grateful. I also want to thank, I was so amazed and encouraged, but really amazed. So many people mentioned Monticello stitches as part of their Needlework Expo picks, because the things came out, people could look at them and then contact their shop and say, I want this, this, this. So virtually, designs got at least seen, or the possibility of being seen, before the show, ordered, so people could have an idea of what they wanted to buy. But there were several Flosstubers that picked some of my designs as something they wanted to stitch. So thank you so much. I mean, wow, thank you so much. I was just over the moon. So thank you, thank you. I'll say again that these things are going to be available for 30 days. So tell your folks to keep shopping if they want to. Just the possibility to see so many great things easily is really wonderful, wonderful. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you close-ups of my things, and then you don't have to see them anymore. You're gonna say, give it a rest, Jean. But this was a little dream I had in 2018. I had some cancer surgery and was basically lying around all summer, and was stitching other people's things, and sort of stumbled on somebody who said, well, she kind of got started designing in not an offhand way, but she wanted historic samplers and thought she could do it herself, and that was Beth Twist of Heartstring Samplery. So I was reading her blog and thought, well, I'm sitting here on the sofa, I'd like to try that too. So I tried, and it took a while to learn the software, and it took a while to, it just took a while. So that was 2018, and I was a flight attendant, so I was out of work there for several months, but then at the end of 2018 I had to go back to work, and you know, work just can interfere with your fun sometimes. But had to go back to work and make up a little money that I'd lost while being sick. So in 2019, I still had the idea, and I was haphazardly working on design, and flying all the time, all the time. And then, of course, in 2020, my last flight was March the 18th. I didn't expect it to be my last flight, but with COVID and the shutdown of the world right then, everything shifted, of course, as you know, and then I was able to retire. I really had no idea retirement was on my horizon. And of course, how everything slowed down and stopped, I had some time to really say, okay, well, I have some ideas for cross stitch, I'm going to try that. So pretty hard from 2019 March through, 2020, up till now, I've been working real hard at trying to get my ideas expressed into a finished product that I could share, see if anybody wanted to buy it. So last year, from March till December, I stitched 4 samplers, which to you possibly that may not sound like a lot, but for me that was a lot of stitching. And I had a goal of trying to have at least 6 designs that I could come out with all at one time. So I did not open my Etsy shop or launch my business per se until January of this year. And then the timing was so wonderful with this Needlework Expo. Somehow that came across my Instagram page or Facebook page, and I applied, and then Janice Note called me and said, hey, we do new designers and we like to mentor and give it a try, and so that's what I did. But I mean, this is March the 9th, and all this got going the first week of January, so I just feel like there's divine intervention on all sides, and I'm very thankful. But I also want to express some gratitude to Cindy at Stitchery Express. She kept popping in and out, so fun, so encouraging, and she bought a ton, which was nice. But she has offered to mentor too. She has a Facebook group, has the name Stitchery Express in it, but her group has 9,000 people in it. This is such an unusual way to reach the world with your ideas and expressions of creativity. And I'm so grateful. This just would not have been possible not that long ago. So she has offered to mentor and be a guiding light. I'm all for a guiding light because I'm stumbling around in the dark. But there have been so many people who came in and out who were so kind. And there was a virtual happy hour for new people the first night, Saturday night. And the veterans of cross stitch were so generous and so kind to reach out to us and offer support, which sometimes does not happen in every industry. But these people had been cross stitching a while and selling a while and were just so generous, so kind. And gosh, I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you. So the next Needlework wholesale shows will be, I don't know if there'll be another one this year, but next March Nashville will happen again in person. That's another 3-day weekend, but Janice hopes to do Needlework Expo again in August of the year. I don't know that she could pull off August of this year. I hope she's resting because that child did not sleep and she worked so hard, and the attention to detail from my point of view was phenomenal. And she would come around and see if we were okay virtually, which you know, this is a huge undertaking. And to make it easy for new designers, she didn't have to do it. And man, this is a group I want to be a part of, these generous, wonderful people. So anyway, at the end, I'm going to show you my stuff, and we'll get back on whatever I was doing before all this happened. I can't quite remember. I was stitching something, but we'll see. But I'm also going to get my house put back together and clean up. I've got some orders to mail out. Yay! Which is just like a dream come true. But thank you so much for watching, friends. It just means a lot, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks again.